So I've kind of disappeared for a while. I haven't posted a video in months, maybe more than 3 months. My blog hasn't seen much more action. I also haven't been writing as much the past 2 months, but here's the deal. This whole thing was kind of intentional. If I was better at marketing myself or self-promotion, I would have told you about this in advance, or maybe I could have just animated a body double to stay here while I was gone. But if you ignore my outward failures and just step into my attic about how I treat my creative process on the inside, then I do have something I want to tell you about. I want to talk to you about something I call intentional disappearing, or at least that's what I've decided to call it 5 minutes before I started recording this video. It's this approach to my creative process where every week, every month, every year even, I'm always assessing where I stand and where I'm heading with my creative projects. And sometimes I intentionally disappear from some of the projects for various reasons. Hey, this is Editor UV here. 2 things I want to clarify after editing this video. One is my fucking glasses are so crooked. I bent them a little before the video, like a month before, but they look awful. My eyeballs look so crooked, and now I can't unsee it, and now I'm cursing you with not being able to unsee how crooked my face is. Sorry about that. Second thing is, I just want to clarify that when I say intentional disappearing, I don't just mean like disappearing from YouTube or social media. I'm actually talking about putting creative projects on pause. I hope that's clear, that you're just taking a step back from some of your projects. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Okay, keep enjoying this video. In this case, I knew I had a busy summer, a few big celebratory events like family weddings, but then also some heavier stuff, like helping out family and friends with various health-related things. And also my job, I knew would be a little more intense over the summer. And so I took a little break from the YouTube videoing because that takes a little more intensity and focus. And also my novel, I took a little break from, or I slowed it down. I kept going pretty strong with my mobile app, but that's because it's a little bit easier for me to sneak in little bits and pieces of time with that project. I guess what I'm trying to say is, for me, it's really useful to constantly be assessing my relationship with my creative projects. And I treat it like a long-term relationship that I want to keep going through the ups and downs of life, but I have to renegotiate constantly. So if I know I'm going to be busy, I might pull back on some of the harder creative projects and work on some of the easier, more playful, low-stakes kind of projects. Sometimes, health-related issues come at you, and, like if I have a bad migraine month, I can't predict that. So, you have to adjust accordingly. But I still like to always be thinking about what is my relationship to these creative projects and what am I going to do this month. I never drop it down to 0 because I always can find something creative that I can do. It's just, I might be doing something closer to macaroni art than a historical novel on some months. Hey, y'all, check out this cool cat I just did out of macaroni. Oh, I forgot about the glue. But that's it. I just kind of wanted to say out loud this concept of intentional disappearing, which is something I've been doing for most of my adult life, but haven't really said out loud or named it until recently, very recently. And so that's it. I intentionally disappeared from YouTube for a while, and now I'm toying with reconnecting again in my own way. No promises. Blah, blah, blah.